Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nil Manafi and I'm going to review a novel from Kanae Minato that was Confession. Kanae Minato was born in Enoshima, Hiroshima, Japan, and in 1973. She is a Japanese writer of crime, fictions, or and thrillers. She is a member of the Mystery Writers of Japan and Honkaku Mystery Writers Club of Japan. She is a 2015 recipient of Alex Award. She started writing in their 30s. Her first novel, Confessions, became a bestseller, won the Japanese Booksellers Award. In youth, she was a avid fan of mystery novels of Edogawa Ranpo, Maurice Leblanc, Agatha Christie, Keiko Higashino, Miyuki Miyabe, and Yukito Afashue. She has been described in Japan as the queen of Iamisu. Iamisu, in English, is called mystery. It's a subgenre of mystery fictions which deal with grisly episode and dark side of the human natures. Readers blur out ew when they are reading Iamisu novels. The terms created in 2006 by the mystery critic Aoi Shimotsuki. There has been a Iamisu boom in Japan since around 2012. Kanae Minato, Mahoka Runmata, and Yuki Komari are regarded as representative of the genre of Japan. The back cover blurb of the Japan edition of Gone Girl, published in June 2013, and was the one of best Iamisu novel overseas. And why is it popular? Her novel Confessions' original title, Kohukoku Haku, was translated by Stephen Snyder, Mulholland Books, 2014. The film was selected as the Japanese entry for the Best Foreign Language Film at the 83rd Academy Award in January 2011. It will make a January shortlist and advance to the next round of voting in Japan. It firstly won Best Film and Best Supporting Artist at the 53rd Blue Ribbon Award, which is one of the most prestigious national cinema award in Japan. Then it won the award from the Best Film, Best Director, Best Screenplay, Best Editor, and the 34 Japanese Academy Prize. Also, it has 6 nominations of 5th Asian Film Award, which is one of the films the most nominations Let Bullet Fly. In April, the film won Best Asian Film, similar to Best Foreign Language Film, through the only Asian films that which have been screened in Hong Kong and are admitted to join the third in Hong Kong, replaced by a category called Best Film Mainland in Taiwan, which means that only Chinese and Taiwanese can remain complete to such award. Therefore, Confession has become the last winner of the Best Asian Film. It is following the trend about the happening nowadays is that broken home child, vengeance, and the dark side of people was telling so great in this novel. The art of escapism. The most troubling aspect of this confession is the fact that story can happen in real life. Confession are just fictions, but the condition of people is very similar to our daily lives. We also live in a time when murder by minors often appears in the news. In the end, the book makes the reader reflect what's wrong in our society that give a birth tendency for criminal behavior in young people. Fourth is characterizations. Junior high school teachers Yuko Moriguchi. It was represented by Takako Matsu in this film, announced to the class that he and she will resign before spring break. She reveals that because the HIV positive father of her daughter Manami was ill, she used to bring 4-year-old Manami to school with her. One day, her daughter was found drowned in a school swimming pool. She explained that 2 pupils on this class, whom she dubbed Student A and Student B, or we gonna called in Japanese Shonen A and Shonen B, we have murdered her daughter. She had found a small bunny purse among the Manami's belongings which did not belong there, which led her to question Shuya, one of her students. Shuya, who immediately admitted killing Manami, the mocked her compassion and ragged and with just kidding, having revealed their identities. Moriguchi explained that because the killers, minors, are protected by a juvenile law of 1947, turning them into world make a difference. As a teacher, she believed she must teach him a lesson by making them amend for their mistakes. She reveals she injected Manami's father's HIV contaminated blood in the milk cartons of two student claims murdered Manami. The rest of the film switched between aftermath of Moriguchi confessions and even before the confession through the first person narrative Moriguchi and the three students. Naoki Shimomura, student B, or we call it Shonen B, becomes shut in because he believes he has acquired AIDS from drinking the HIV contaminated milk. His mother realized her son was involved with an incident that and decided to commit murder or suicide to free her son and herself from torment. However, in his ensuing struggle, Naoki kills her and the police arrest him. Shuya Watanabe, a student A, explained that his mother abused him before leaving to pursue her scientific ambitions. Her abandonment drove him to thrive in science, from making a small invention recording his killing and dissecting animal. His first public invention, as electric anti-muggler wallet, earned him a Science Fire Award, but failed to make a headlines and media was busy covering the lunacy incident. Shuya upgraded the anti-muggler wallet, decided to try it on someone, and robbed Naoki into help. They decide on Moriguchi's daughter Manami. However, when they tested on her, Shuya returned device rendered in her unconsciousness. Shuya mistook this as death and enraged Naoki, threw Manami into the pool where she was drowned, proving he was a more effective killer. The classmate Mizuki Kitahara tells Shuya she believed Moriguchi lied about his contaminated milk as it was implausible method of transmissions. Mizuki eventually confessed to him that become romantically involved with Shuya killer her after confessing over his Oedipus complex. It is some kind of psychological aspect that he more love his mother's. Shuya visited the university when her mother worked, expecting to reunite with her, but discovered was she remarried. Believing she was forgotten him, he planned a bomb in the school where the graduation ceremony is to be held and he is to give a speech. To his surprise, the bombs did not go off. He received a call from Moriguchi, who said that relocated the bomb to his mother's office. She explained that her ultimate revenge to let Shuya's mother die by his own hand. As a screen of darkness, Moriguchi chuckles and says, "Just kidding." This is an unexpected moment. At first, I thought I will find a pretty heavy reading, especially because the genre Yamisu or psychological thrillers. Apparently, I found the style very nice to read. I also the translator editor will make the story easy to digest, and even I can watch it turn the pages. This novel is quite thin and only consists of 6 chapters only. Its content more or less that tell us something chronologically the murder, but through the different perspective. We are invited to explore various events that befall the character after Moriguchi revenge, more the conflict plots. I think this is where the focus of the novel is, namely in a description of the characters, their development change, and their talk or dark and make us question many more things. What makes human able to behave and be like that? Why can even everyone to be nice each other? Honestly, I'm more interested in Naoki, who is my opinion he has lost the sanity. But the saddest is the Shuya. Even though they are both crazy, the behavior of the people they tend to be bars and make a goosebumps. Again, the question arises: why did they all to get these cruel things? The part that I like the most is the plot twist of first chapter. This I think that it was unexpected moment. I think that the main attraction that makes me want to hurry to finish this novel is wonder what happened in every chapters. It's always shocked by various skins. For who, to conflict the quest interesting to me, there is no feeling tired even though just many narrative, many lessons has been taken of understand fellow human beings, and I don't forget this cute cover. Anyway, this novel will stir your mind and heart. Do you still have things that human commonly have or not? Adults can measure who with their own ruler and cannot measure the world of children. They give the advance we cannot do. It was quoted in page 212. When I open my eyes in the morning, first I cry because today I'm still alive. It's quotes from page 213. The power of settings. The story of Confessions really only revolves around the class in the middle school in a small Japanese town, but the more we follow the story, the more we realize that class in family and confession representations of our community. A dysfunctional society that has many things in common with our society. That mother of Manami, Yukomori Goji's little daughter, automatically reminds me case of murder by minor with increasing saying on television news. I think that is really scary. What happened is this book can happen to anyone in real life. Through the narrative of the characters in the book, we can feel that it's kind of dangerous allures in our daily lives. Uh, the power of word choices. Now back to the style of reading this book. It will be easier for us to read from opinions if Minato writes confession from the perspective of third person or POV. From just one character. That what we always do in real life when we see a report about teenage killer. Um, choose one party, the victim of the killer. He was cold-blooded killer. His parent has to take responsibility for not educating him properly. No, Minato doesn't want to push us in that real directions. Minato writes the story of confession from various perspectives, so that we realize there was always many sides, many layers to each story. All characters have different versions to the same case, the murder of Manami. The more page we flip, the more difficult is our side. Uh, with just one character, we cannot decide that. Let one let one alone build an opinion itself. The more I explore the confession story, the more I realize that a case aftermath effect of the many errors that accumulated system in society that was confessions figure life. This is not merely the fault of the children or parents. I could not even fully sympathize with Moriguchi, the first narrator who had looked like the most miserable victim. I cannot prize how the brilliance Moriguchi revenge succeeded in applying the psychological side of the students until they smash themselves. This is not a spoiler, but when you read a synopsis of the few pages, you must have realized that Moriguchi had an intention for revenge, and what was on meant was clearly not murder. Until the end of the book, I still feel disturbed and ask question: what is the blame of everyone wrong and right at the same time? At worst, confession can happen in real life. Unique characters, very good character development is shown in this novel, starting from Moriguchi, student A and student B, Shuya and Naoki, and the class leader who slowly darkened, and each other share even for extras. A novel takes a different perspective of different characters, so we can understand the reason behind the attitudes and character of what happened to them psychologically. Okay, the last in conclusions, there are two things that I can hit in the novel: the child's feelings and the mother feelings. The children who are thirsty for love and attentions will do a variety of ways to attract their attention of their mothers, while mother will love the children, so will do the best for the children. Feel from the positive side, the behavior looks good, but from the negative side, the impact is very terrible. This novel also teaches us to pay more attention to children as parents, especially the role of mothers. Cannot just say love. Being a mother can be selfish. In this novel, you can see the obsession of child and mothers. After reading the last page, I could only wonder, oh my god, a terrible sensations of revenge, stinging to the end. And I don't know what I say when I close this book. The confession is crazy, a terrible revenge. Thank you very much.